Harstem, I used to suck, but thanks to your build order tutorials that is no longer the case. I'm now a Diamond 3 Protoss player, MMR around 3.2k. I attach a replay of a PvZ where I dished out critical damage in the early game, killing my opponent's third, as well as his lair. I messed up the build a bit, it happens to the best, but clearly the damage was done regardless. I then managed to defend his counterattack, destroying his entire army. However, no matter how many times I killed my opponent's army, the Hydras just kept coming. Zerg's ability to remax is Imba. Imba? Even after critical early game damage. Best, that word. PS, Terran tank pushes are Imba too. Even with your Colossus opening destroying Terrans, beating a Terran that builds tanks is near impossible. Okay. Well, so two claims. Well, the Terran tank push I obviously can't help you with, but what's the other one? The remax. The remax. I think this is a common theme in a lot of people have been asking me this, like, hey, what's up with the remax of the Zerg, man? This seems completely broken. How's it possible to win? Well, we're gonna have a look at that, won't we now, that word? We're gonna have a look at that. Thank you very much for sending in your replay, and the main claim we're gonna be looking at here is indeed going to be the remax imbalance. Nothing else, just not a specific unit. He said the Hydra remax, but I think it's just the remax ability in general. Like, he did critical damage in the early game, guys, not just regular damage. I sometimes do regular damage. I kill 4 or 5 workers with my oracles, but my boy Deadward here, he did critical damage. Now that's new. That's very new, because I haven't seen that before. Critical damage, what does that look like? Critical damage is like when nothing else can happen anymore, you know. If you're hunting for deer, the deer is just laying there, you already shot it twice, and all you need to do is finish it at that point. That's what critical damage is. I want to see how... what the hell is this build? Oh, he's playing Nexus first, full wall. Oh, that word. That word. Why would you do this to me? Not a full wall. I don't even mind the Nexus first, honestly. Just put this cyber one to the right side, one little square to the right, and you actually have a wall. What is this useful for? What is this good for, my friend? Okay, we're gonna see a Twilight Council. I guess adapt. Stalker. Okay, gets the Stalker. Continuous worker production at least, so that's nice. Yes, 2 in gas here. I'm not sure if that's intentional. I'd say usually that kind of stuff is intentional, but with this guy I'm not too sure. I'm not too happy with how this is going already. Why is his first unit out at 324? Even for a Nexus first, that's late. That's really late. A Link Flood hits at this time. I don't think you'd be able to hit with just a single Stalker, mate. So his opponent is going Roach Warren at 340. To be fair, his opponent's probably just confused. Hey, what the hell is this clown on? I have no clue either, Pax. I don't know either. So we see a 3rd gateway, glaives, a robotics facility, and a 4th gateway. Then we have a 3rd gas. I think he might be playing a glaive adept role. Huh. Well, this is one way to do it that I've never seen before, and I hope I never will see again, because if anyone actually watched my glaive adept video, just a little bit, with any kind, you know, just slightly detail oriented, you might remember that I say that around 425 or 426, whatever I say, is a good time to do your first warp in on the other side of the map with the prism. My man Deadward hasn't even started the prism yet. This guy's gonna be so late. You know what Deadward would do? He'd had a wife, and they're expecting a kid. His wife's in the hospital, and Deadward is still at work. You know, he's working, but because they're not sure exactly when she's gonna give birth. And he's like, I don't want to miss it, but also, you know, I have an important deadline at work, and my boss has been a real dick to me lately. So what the hell is this? Are you ruining my analogy with more bad things? Just let me finish roasting you here. So Wife's in the hospital, and he's, you know, that word, you know, he has to work. Then his wife was like, you really need to come right now. Like, it's gonna happen within the next 30 minutes. And that was like, all right, I'm ready for it. You know, I've been preparing for this all my life. My man, that word, you know, when he shows up after his son graduates college. That's how late that word is. That's how late this prism is, that word. What the hell are you doing? 5 minutes and 10 seconds? It's not even out yet? What the hell is wrong with you, bro? You have a kid, man. Take some responsibility. But no, you show up after he finishes college. It's over now, man. What did all that overtime get to you? It's a nice house, but you haven't even met your kid yet. Pathetic. I kind of just want to ignore this Stargate, honestly. Just pretend it didn't happen. I feel like this game might have had some potential, but I feel like it just got thrown out of the window straight away. Alright. Let's have a look at the timing. 5:40, 41. Come on, man. Don't make me count. Up to 6 minutes. Oh! Warp in mode. Alright. At 5 minutes and 50 seconds, my boy Deadward managed to get out 6 adepts. I get 8 adepts at 4 minutes and 22 seconds, or 23 seconds these days. Which means that Deadward is absolutely the slowest individual I've ever witnessed playing. On top of that, he's floating 2k resources at the 6 minute mark. He has a full wall. The worst part is that the full wall is actually gonna help him this game. I think there's nothing worse than watching people like Deadward and good things happen to them because they don't deserve it at all. It's like when your annoying neighbor who like cheats on his wife wins the lottery. I remember, John. I remember. Ella didn't deserve that. You know, and then he leaves with his new hot secretary to some island, tropical island. It's just insane. That's what Deadward is doing here. He's getting damage, but he doesn't deserve it. This guy doesn't deserve anything. It really, really doesn't. Oh my god! Just stands in the bows. This floating 4k resources almost, man. It's 7 minutes in the game. I didn't even know you mined that many resources in the first 7 minutes in the game. Like, you're learning all these new things about StarCraft that I really wish I didn't know, because this is just so... The DTs are doing a great defense, honestly. You killed what? You didn't kill the third base yet, but you killed 15 workers. I mean, you're just up 20 workers. And you have a bank account that Trump would be jealous of. Like, holy crap, my dude. You have so much money. How in the hell are you gonna lose this game? Like, you could actually start a 2-base carrier transition while taking 3 bases at the same time, and you'd still be floating 1k. Like, this is not normal behavior, man. If you get this base, I'm actually gonna be upset. If these 3... Oh my. What are you doing, Pax? I know we're not allowed to flame the other guy, but what the hell, dude? My boy Deadward over here just... okay, gets a couple more cannons, which I guess isn't too bad. It's just... how is it possible that you're on 4 gates, a Robo, a Stargate, a Forge, and you haven't used your Forge at all except for cannons? You're not using your Robo whatsoever. You just build Void Rays and warp in DTs on the other side of the map. Man, get a 3rd base. Get some Immortals out. Get like... okay, if your macro sucks, that's okay, but at least admit it, you know? Like, just admit it. Like, you can build 4 more gateways or 6 more gateways if you have trouble spending your money. You get your charge, you get your upgrades and everything. Like, that's fine, but... you're pretending like you're having the pro gamer layout, you know? It's like, oh, I've seen Zest and Harstem play with 4 gateways and a Robo, and they don't float any money, so I should just copy that. No, like, what you should be copying is our early game build order. But if you're floating 3k minerals at the 9-minute mark, you add 6 gates. I don't give a crap, man. That's a good decision in your case. Like, that's gonna help you spend your money. Instead, like, it's nice that you're doing damage, but like the difference in income is all in your bank at this point. Like, you could literally be at what? Like 100 minerals is usually 2 supply. So 2,500 minerals would be 50 extra supply. You could be up 30 supply right now. And instead you're down 30, 23. It's just impressive, really. More cannons, like... I really quite don't know what to say here. Like, you just keep doing the same thing over and over. More DTs, more void rays. And at this point, like, you could even use this prism to put a probe over here and build a nexus. That would fix so many issues. Just get your immortals, get further upgrades. You're getting storm and single Stargate void rays. How about a couple of immortals, man? What's the APM like? How do you have 250? Like, what is happening right now that you're pressing 250 buttons at the same time? Let's have a look at his first person. Boom-pidum. Oh, void ray, let me queue up 2 more. Dum-pidum. 1 more zealot over here. Boom, 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 boom. This is absolutely fantastic to watch. This is a man that has no sense of priority whatsoever. The only priority this guy in life has is right-clicking spores. He just looks at it as well. Look at that. He's just looking at his DTs do work. Like, making sure that they still keep auto-attacking even if he isn't there. He just literally looked at DTs. Wait, is he... He's just not doing anything. He's looking around. Oh, 2 more pylons. 2 more... Yeah, here we go. Finally some gateways. He sees a massive army in front of his base. I don't understand why his opponent keeps attacking as well. Okay, battery overcharge here would obviously be fantastic. You know, that actually definitely would help. Put it on one of the backward ones. I guess it's not completely necessary. It probably would have saved him 2, maybe 3 void rays here. Okay, so once again, a fantastic fight, because Pax decided to make an attack that I'm not even sure of what that was exactly. Okay, so you completely slaughter an attack. You have 4k resources in the bank. You're sitting here, you're getting more gateways. Do you have charge yet? No, you do have storm though. You've had a forge for 7 minutes now. You've had a robo, which so far only built a single... I think it built 2 prisms, no? I think you lost 1. No, just a single prism, I'm sorry. It built a single prism, this robo did. And now we get +1. +1 air weapons is almost done. Dude, how about that? What? Man. Can't you just do something normal for once in your life? Like, what's wrong with this or with this? These bases are fine. This is further away, harder to defend. Like, I don't care if it's hidden or not. Like, you're light years ahead. What does this have to do with his opponent's ability to remax? You're the kind of guy that joins a car race, gets like, you know, you have the, I think it's called the Dakar rally or something going, or the Dakar rally, where you travel through the desert, you know, with your cars, and it's a rough race, it takes very long. You're the guy that absolutely is like 10 hours ahead of everyone in this race, right? You're just destroying the competition, like literally 10 hours ahead. Then on the final day, when you're about to finish, what you decide to do is you go for a 25-hour nap. After your 25-hour nap, you wake up and you go like, oh, everyone else finished? Man, they must have had way better cars than me. Like, it can be possible. Like, I was so far ahead in the early parts of this race. I don't understand how it's possible for me to even lose this. Like, I just was way faster. I'm like, mate, yes, you were faster at the start, but then you took a 25-hour nap. Like, you've literally been doing nothing for the past 5 minutes. Like, actually nothing. I've seen sloths more active than you. And that's impressive. Because I watched a documentary once about sloths.
In fact, sloths are one of the most extreme animals on the planet. And not just because they poop only once a week.
And these guys are really lazy. So in the first part of the documentary, like, this sloth just forgets to join his family. And then as a result, he joins up a saber-toothed tiger and I think what's called a mammoth. And they travel, they have to bring a baby back to its tribe. It's one of my favorite documentaries of all time. It was released on, I think, Pixar or Disney. Can't quite remember. It's a really good documentary called Ice Age, if you haven't seen it. But yeah, so I know quite a bit about sloths, and Jesus, my boy, you are so lazy, it's insane. You actually did manage to spend your money. You still have a million times better army than him. If you just hit any of your storms. What the hell was that? Can you get that in slow motion, editor man? Let's just have a look at that in slow motion, alright? I'm gonna do it in slow motion for myself as well. I'll speak in slow motion. Okay, storm hits 2 hydras. And hits 4 zealots, no, 3 zealots, 3 DTs, some of the void rays. This storm hits nothing? How is it even possible? It's an instant cast spell, my friend. How can you hit nothing? Alright, I'm gonna make a recommendation that I wouldn't make to many people, but for you, that word, I don't think Storm is the spell that you want to be using. Just perhaps the idea of the High Templars, it should just be used for Archons for you, okay? I think anything that requires more than 5 brain cells should just be, you know, locked in the box for you. What? What was this? I mean, you win the fight once again, like, don't get me wrong. It's absolutely impossible to lose these fights, even though, my man, you're trying. You're trying your absolute best to lose these fights. Like, if this was a broadcasted game, I knew you would be match fixing. Like, there would be no discussion. You'd be banned for life. Hey, this is not normal behavior. Once again, you're up 10 workers. You have a better army. I like that you go back. This is the first good move you do. And we've only been 16 minutes in, so that's pretty fast. Good. Okay, that was a good storm. That was a good storm as well. So, actually get some decent storms in. You're absolutely light years ahead again. You have 4 base against, well, I guess 3 base. Well, 4 base as well, but it's not mining. I mean, you're not really mining either, to be fair. You decide to move out with a single Immortal, 3 Void Rays and 4 Templar. Then you don't cast Storm. Yeah, a couple of storms go down here. Once again, good fight. Just go back, remax. You have what? 7 gateways. Still haven't used your Robo except for that 1 Prism. Might want to get a couple more Templar at this point as well and just really just produce anything at this point. Getting some probes, I do like that. I wonder if you... Oh, we have an Immortal. You just forgot about it. That's nice. Casual Scouting Void Ray. Who doesn't know it? I don't. I've never heard of the Casual Scouting Void Ray. Don't do that, please. This is just... I'm just impressed, honestly. The level of play in this game by you, Deadward, is so low that I always wonder what happens below Diamond. If this is Diamond, then what's happening in the lower leagues? And do I really want to go there? I think I know the answer to these questions, and I don't think I want to go there. Now, you're actually getting a decent... What the hell? Single Stargate carrier. I thought I'd seen it all, boys. The single Stargate carrier, an all-time classic. Zealot, Void Ray, Archon, Single Immortal, Templar, Carrier. Map control, 0. Map vision, 0. Any idea of my opponent's deck? 0. Any idea of how many bases my opponent has? 0. Ways to detect my opponent's army? 0. Brain cells, 3. On a good day, maybe 4 for my boy Deadward here. Loses fort, but oh, this is gonna be one hell of a recall, isn't it? Okay. Actually, was a nice recall. That was a good recall. I was gonna make fun of him because I thought he just was gonna recall. What? What the hell? Okay, let's look at this one again. How does this even happen? First person view, first person view. It's like these guys haven't seen enough yet. Mate, they have 12 and 10 kills. These guys are veterans. And this rookie just throws a storm on them. This, like, literally everything you've done so far in this game actually constitutes a negative micro. I think almost every single fight would have been better with you just not doing anything. Just A-moving and closing your eyes. Probably just walking away from your PC. It's not like you do anything else. Like, it's not like you macro behind this or you're actually, you know, making progress in this game. This is so insane. You're actually... I'm not even sure if you're behind. That's the thing. Like, reality doesn't mean much to me anymore at this point. If I was in this position, I'd probably feel ahead. But I've seen you in a position where you're up 20 supply and up 10 workers while floating 3k in the bank. And I still felt that you're just so far mentally behind that it doesn't really matter. So like I said, I think this position is okay for you. I just think there are things wrong with you as a person that make this whole expedition a lot more painful than it ever should be. 2 DTs, okay, we haven't seen those in a while. Maybe we could harass a bit with them, that would be cool. Good storms, very good storms. This was nice. Ooh, this was very good. Fantastic fight. Okay, like, how is it possible that sometimes you storm your own army and other times you actually storm the other race? It's good stuff, man. That was good. Good job. I feel like I'm kind of getting Stockholm syndromed into giving him compliments, you know? Like he's abducted me and forced me to watch this replay. And in order to kind of bond with him and try to make him release me, I just give him compliments and hope that that's gonna help and that he won't send me anything anymore. Just kind of feel like giving this the imbalanced one, you know? So he just never emails me again. It's like, yeah, mate, this was completely broken. This definitely looks too difficult to beat. Letting run by, doing some damage. I don't always like to play like this, when you have absolutely no goal in the game. You just kind of sit there and stuff happens to you. It's like the passive way to live life. Like never proactive about anything. I wasn't sick before this, I just started coughing randomly. I didn't know it's possible to actually get sick from watching this game. Like, you're making me feel ill physically. I was gonna go for a run after this, but I don't think my legs will be able to move very far. I actually can't believe the things you're doing to me, man. It's really painful. I wonder if this constitutes some type of like abuse or assault. Yeah, it's actually insane. How little... I want to go another first person shot here. Dum bum 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 bum. Team, couple more units. Dum bum. Maybe get some vision now. Let me just... Ooh, +3. Is he actually gonna wait until he gets the money for +3? I can't believe it. This guy's a legend. Look, he just has this cyber core selected. This is the beauty, I think, of the game at this level. Is where if you don't have the money for something, instead of coming back in 10 or 12 seconds, you just sit there and stare at the mineral counter until you have enough. And then you click the +3 upgrade. Then you chrono boost it once. It has nothing to do with StarCraft. This is a different game. I don't know, I don't want to comment on the storms anymore. But I keep beating a dead horse. But Deadward keeps showing me the dead horse. He's like, hey, here it is, man. I like, here's a club, like, just batter. I'm like, I don't want to. Beaten this horse enough. He's like, no. It might look dead, but you can keep going. I don't want. This army is so bad. No, it's not true. This army is good, but... Okay, 3 banelings would absolutely destroy this. But if there's no banelings, this army actually has some potential. I'm just gonna speed this up a bit. My patience is ending. I don't understand how Deadward actually managed to play this game if this is how it looks like for him. Like, just send a run by or something at least. I think if all you care about is building stuff, you should be playing SimCity, my friend. Like Roller Coaster Tycoon. The lion has escaped, and then Deadward just gives up because it's too much effort. Starts a new zoo. No wait, that's not Roller Coaster, that's Zoo Tycoon. I also used to play that. Fantastic games, really. Spent way too much time with those when I was 7. Deadward never really grew out of them. 25, 26-year-old man. Sitting here still playing Zoo Tycoon. Just with different skins. Couple of stalkers for diversity in his army. Oh, okay. He hits 200 and he moves out. Okay, we at least know his trigger now. We know his trigger. Now, this fight actually should be relatively easy. There's only Hydras, and he has 12 Templar, and all of them have full energy. So all he needs to do is make sure he doesn't lose his entire army charging in and storm the Hydras. But what's gonna happen is he's gonna A-move into this army with everything, and then once all the Zealots disappear, he's gonna storm his own Void Race and Dark Templar. Then he's gonna lose those, then he'll only have Templar left, he'll still kill all of these Hydras, and then he'll lose to the remax. And that's when he thinks he lost because of the remax. This is gonna be it, boys. I can feel it. Okay, show me those storms, my friend. Okay, it's good storms. Fantastic storms. Couple more. Can I get a couple more here? Well, good storm. You know, actually not bad storms, I'm not gonna lie. 3k in the bank, that's okay. Oh, loses all his DTs because they're moving forward. I think what Deadward needs is a slower army. He needs his entire army to be the speed of High Templar. So that when he's chasing an army, the High Templar can always storm. Because he lost 80 supply of Zealots for no reason whatsoever. Which is nice, but also kind of bad. Okay, so he killed absolutely everything. He had the fight of a lifetime. He's up like 10k in unit slots. I have no clue how with his micro, but he managed to somehow do it. Perhaps because his opponent decided to only build Hydras against 35 Templar with Storm. If Deadward goes back now... Let's not forget, by the way, he didn't do a single macro action during this entire time. He fought for 2 minutes. He was busy looking at his army, guys. He's just gonna sit back and macro up again, isn't he? I can feel it already. I still don't quite understand how he's gonna be able to lose this game. Like, his opponent literally only builds Hydras. And he has 4k in the bank. If Deadward wins this game and I just wasted 30 minutes of my life, I'm actually gonna flame him in some emails. And I'll record that process as well. I just can't understand how it's possible to lose this game. It It seems not doable, right? Like, this guy just keeps moving through storms as well. I guess the storm count is getting lower every time. And with the complete lack of macro on Deadward side, maybe it's possible. We have a run by, but there's 3 cannons. I wonder if Deadward actually ever looked at a replay. Just not this one, just in general. If he saw his mistakes, then wonder if there's anything he can do to improve. So yes, 3-3 upgrades. I was gonna make fun of him for his crap upgrades. To be fair, if you only have +3/+3 at 30 minutes in the game, while constantly floating 5k resources, that is pretty crap. He's gonna lose it. He's gonna recall. He's gonna recall to this base, and he's gonna lose all of his Templars to 5 Hydras. Is that what's gonna happen? No. Warps and DTs instead. I mean, this replay has to come to an end at some point, right? I remember I thought that once before, then I was stuck in a 50-minute game between 2 guys that I don't think made it quite out of Bronze 2 yet. It's just... Okay, we have an attack from Deadward. Now is the famous Zealots going forward move. His only mining base has just been destroyed. This one, okay, this one still is barely mining. There's what? 2,800 minerals there. 2 times 1,400. I did that very fast in my head, if you guys were wondering how I calculated that so quick. I impressed a lot of people with my quick maths like that. So I saw 700 on one patch, then I clicked the other, 700 there. So the 2 times 700, that's 1,400, because I know that 2 times 7 is 14. I add 2 zeros. Oh my god, are you joking? This is it. He A-moved his Templar. He lost because he A-moved his Templar. I actually cannot believe it. Please flame him, Deadward. Please just say something. Show me a sign. The euphoria of PAX has to be insane at this point. It kind of validated PAX's playstyle, which I'm not too happy about, because this guy literally only built Hydras and upgrades. Ooh, it's 20 Templar. Ooh, let me get some more Hydras. Ooh, no, that didn't work. Let me try another time. More Hydras. But you know, at least PAX isn't a complete idiot. That seems to be reserved only for people that send replays to me. In this case, Deadward. I'm just gonna scroll forward. I actually can't be bothered to watch him lose every single pro. He's actually gonna stay in. He's actually gonna wait around. GG. It's over, guys. It's over. Holy crap, Deadward. What a train wreck of a game, my friend. Did you do critical damage? Yes. Yeah, you did critical damage. You killed him multiple times over. If this was a street fight, what happened here? Listen to this. A street fight with weapons. You had a knife. He had a knife. You stabbed him multiple times. He lost his knife. He was on the floor. He can't move anymore. He can't do anything except beg for mercy. You stood there with the knife, claiming victory already. Then, as you try to stab him, you fall over, accidentally cut off your left arm, your left leg, and stab your big toe on your right foot. Rookie mistake, you might say. That's correct. Then, to continue the street fight analogy, you're still fine because you still have one arm and you still have one leg where only the big toe has gone missing. You decide for fun to stab your own stomach a couple of times, that you losing the charge slots. The analogy stops here. My main point is that everything you did this game was terrible. Your build order was literally a minute and a half, 2 minutes late. You floated money like your life depended on it. Like, my friend, like, you should go into banking or something, save some cash. Like, I have absolutely no clue what you were doing there. It's just impressive. No map vision ever. You had 0 harass. You didn't even know he had a lair, I think. The only reason you know he had a lair was because this guy literally only built Hydras. I don't think you built an observer to clear creep. Maybe you did. I can't remember. Your storms were something else. Just actually terrible. It hurt me to watch. Like, you killed more of your own units than his at some points. Honestly, mate, the ability to remax of Zerg is strong. I can give you that. Like, roaches and hydras, they can come out fast. But you were so bad this game that you should actually never be allowed to complain ever again about anything in your life. You've been banned from complaining. You suck. You suck so hard, dude. You were so bad. Honestly. This is terrible. You suck. You really, just really suck. I'm sorry, dude. Like, yeah. I don't know, guys. I don't know why they keep sending them to me. Why do they do it? If you like this, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. More of this is over here. My latest video. On the other side. Also have some socials up there. So if you want to follow that, check that out. That's all cool. Love you all. See you all next time. Bye bye.